Hello and welcome to SGS Ovelrord. This tutorial aimed to teach you about air movement. As you can see, we currently have selected the 5th YAG division here. This comprises a group of Focke-Wulf 190Ds as part of our air component here, and we're going to go ahead and make use of them. So first of all, we are in the air movement phase, so do bear that in mind. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the air stacking, as that's usually a good way to begin and just understand what you have available and how much you have available. Now, as the Axis, you're not probably going to have much, but as the Allies, you will, so do bear in mind this is a tutorial that is meant for both sides. As you can see here, we have a air stacking value of 4. Now, due to the fact that this is an air unit, you can see that we have air here. It moves differently to land. We're not concerned about the trivialities of the infantrymen, but instead we fly far above them. So what we're going to go ahead and do then is we're going to go ahead and right-click. And you'll be able to see here everything is in green, which means we could basically move everywhere and anywhere. Orange indicates that a battle would take place, and that is actually in our favour, as we want to be attacking this region over here just by Pegasus Bridge. So what I'm going to go ahead and do then is I'm going to go ahead and show an alternate mode of how we can actually bring them about. So for example, I can go ahead and left click and drag and drop over here, and this would have them move over that side. You can see that there's an enemy AA presence detected, so there is a risk that we may lose some of the strength for the actual YAG division, but it's one I'm going to go ahead and take. So as you can see, we have a stacking value of 4, which is designated over here. I'm going to go ahead and right click, left click here, and you can see that moves it without me having to drag it. Pretty simple. As you can see, we have 4 out of 30. This little icon over here indicates that battle has commenced in the area, and this unit is now engaged. We can't then move it outside, as it is now already in battle. We also do have artillery barrages represented in the air movement phase. Essentially, due to them being treated as air counters, they're moved in this phase, which is a good way of going about things, actually. As you can have your preliminary bombardment setup, your defensive bombardment setup, and just essentially offensive bombardment setup. I'm going to go ahead and take them. As you can see, we have a air movement of 3, and we have free attack and free defense here on the ground. I'm a little bit, well, I can't really move too far, so I'm going to have them actually bombard, I'd say, over here. Try and hit a concentration, and we'll go ahead and do the same over here. I could have it placed over here at a capo to actually try and act as something of a defensive utility, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and try and concentrate fire where I can. Also, to try and hit the allied forces where they may be a little bit more susceptible to it. Over here, we do have some artillery available, and we'll have some place over here just to act as a defensive factor there. And there you go. That is about as difficult as air movement becomes. Thank you, and goodbye.